Hello Twitchies, Incon here with another support guide coming your way. This time we have Fafnir, my beautiful, beautiful dwarf friend. So we're going to be talking about some stuff that makes Fafnir Fafnir and what to be looking to do on him. Step one with Fafnir is one of the more aggressive supports in the game. Not necessarily in the laning phase itself, but in the team fight scenarios, in the way you position yourself, in the way that you can act as Fafnir. So I've got a hog, so I can do this really fast. Help with backs. I got hog for red. My new one know that I have hog for red, so I can basically burn this by myself, so she can help burn the back RPs. As far as your actives go, it's not that big of a deal once you go. The only thing that matters is that you get something that's decently useful early. You unfortunately didn't listen to me, so that clear was not nearly as fast as it should have been, but that's okay. With hog, the reason why I went hog is because Fafnir clear is very okay. And they have a Ymir on their side, and the Ymir is going to be able to clear very, very fast. And so I wanted to be able to kind of even out that clear. But they actually didn't do their back harpies. He went sprint on Ymir, which is good. I'd be more worried about him going a weakening curse. I am totally fine over here. I don't got to worry about it. So, Fafnir's one is going to be your main source of lane clear, as well as poke, and it is going to be the ability you rank up first, and you max it first. This is the ability that you want more than anything. Gonna go ahead and disarm Jing Wei. So don't forget that your 3 is a disarm, okay? It's very, very effective for stopping the enemy's clear in lane. You throw your disarm onto the ADC, and it's 2 seconds of disarm. So it's 2 seconds of them not being able to attack the wave, which is going to help you quite a lot. Now, Ymir has very strong clear, and obviously the Jing Weis have equal clear. So we need any advantage where we can get it. The one thing you want to make sure over anything is that you're hitting the archers with your hammer. Make sure it gets through the wave, hits the archers. Our Jing Wei should be using her knockup on the archers to kill them. The archers are way more important to kill than the melees. But she's not going up far enough. She seems to be pretty afraid of this Ymir. Missed a hammer. You're going to be getting your 2 second. You're going to be ranking up your coerce as your second ability. A lot of supports tend to get their support thing first, whether it be ranking up Geb Shield or whatever. But 99% of the time, you're going to be ranking up your damaging ability first. And that's because it helps with lane clear. It helps with the early 3v3 fights in the mid lane. And it's just the best way to go about the character. The damage early is nice. Guardians have high base damage. They just have low scaling. So early game, you can really utilize your damage output comparatively to later in the game. So now that Jing Wei is really getting your clear off, and I have my coerce, I can throw my coerce on her to help her clear the wave. Best case scenario, I throw it on her right as she's doing her 1-2 combo. But really, as long as she just has it on her, even if she's just auto-attacking, it's fine. Now, I might hit 5 here. I'm going to. So I'm actually going to play aggressive. Oh, I did hit 5. I'm 1 creep away. They're actually decently afraid of this. That Ymir is super low, so if he plays too far up, I'm actually going to look for a fight. I'm going to throw my stun on him, go ahead and use my ult. They had to use their Heavenly Agility. I can give us both the damage buff. And getting his Heavenly Agility for my ulti is a win, but we can actually still fight this, especially if he stays. We've got 8 seconds left on my form. No, he's not going to come up in time. He's going to play this smart. He's going to play it smart. I've got to go ahead and jump out of there, and that's fine. And if he would have come back in for that fight, we would have been able to kill him. Throw a little damage buff onto the Jing Wei. One thing about Fafnir is there's nothing super special Some characters have like super special combos that you have to do. Or, you know, with Ares, it's like, hey, get your auto attacks in between your chains and you do more damage. For Fafnir, it's more about landing your abilities, period. His one can be quite hard to land. The only thing about it that's some people forget sometimes is it does slow. So just because you're stunning one target, you're also slowing everybody around you. So your team can utilize, and you can utilize the fact that everybody else is slow. Got some wards to place out, get them at top left and right. Fire creeps are also about to spawn. Fire creeps spawn at about 440. Their speed buff is up. I have Hog for this. I can probably just walk in and steal that. Kind of like that. And then that also means the fire creeps are about to spawn. That's a little nuance of having Hog, right? When you have Hog, you can look to do stuff like that, especially on a character that can just jump away. Trying to body block this Ymir as much as I can. Robin should be going for this Ymir instead of the Neja. I know it's tempting to go for the low HP character, but you should always go for the character that has no getaway skill. Our Nuwa's kind of going to die because of this, and our Robin's going to put himself way too deep in a bad situation. Always go for the character with no escape. There's almost never a situation where you don't want to do that. When you have the character with no escape right in front of you, it just gives you such an easy guaranteed kill instead of, hey, maybe we can kill this target. Ooh, our Jingwei is better than their Jingwei. That's the dream. So, we're getting close now to leveling up our 1 all the way to max. At level 8, I like to hold my point. He's going to try to catch this. I got 1, 2. I got both, maybe. 30 plus 45 plus 2? No, I got Talaria proc. I got 1 in the Talaria proc. I was like, how did I get 30 gold? At level 8, I like to hold my ability point. That way you can rank up your ultimate and your 1 at level 9. You don't have to. If you don't want to do that, you can get the second point in Coerce. I find that the second point in Coerce isn't, you know, that much more effective than it is right now, but have an extra 5% slow, a little bit extra damage on the 1, and then you especially want your Dragon form at level 9 because it increases the duration. I find that that's a lot more effective in helping you get kills, which is what it's all about. Let's play a little bit aggressive here. I suck, so it's okay. And jump away. You're going to find that Fafnir is one of your safest supports. Assuming you don't use your jump to go aggressive,
enemies incoming.
He has one of the easiest just getaways. You just hop out. Damage buff for our Nuwa. Now look at the Ymir. He's stunned. I'm going to ulti. He's going to go ahead and ulti, but I'm Aegis. That's perfect. Free kill. Now let's keep fighting, keep fighting, keep fighting. I'm trying to get there. Trying to reach them. They got the kill. Very nice. We can go head over to the Gold Fury. I have my Hog up. Yeah. I don't have any mana, but I don't need mana to come take this. I'm going to deform out of my Dragon form. All we need to get it down to 1250. 1250 and I can Hog this. Using my 1 for damage instead of my Coerce bonus damage. And that's a free Gold Fury for us. So, now I get a point in my 1 and my ulti. And we keep on moving forward, and look at that, we're even again. So, you want to make sure that you're playing aggressive. I can't say it enough with Fafnir. You're playing aggressive, but not jump in aggressive. That's different. So some characters like Bacchus, you're jumping in, right? That's not the type of aggressive that you want to do with Fafnir. You're looking for the 1 stun. After you hit the 1 stun, your team's going to follow up. If you jump in after the 1 stun, you're looking to disarm probably not the target you stunned. Like if you throw a stun down onto the mid laner, right? Well, maybe you don't want to disarm a mage. In this case, it's actually like a Neja or something crazy. I don't know who their person is. Get Hi to the Urchin here. I can't get any words. It's not a big deal. But keep in mind that your jump is a 2-second disarm. So if you stun one person and then disarm another person for 2 seconds, that's taking a lot of people out of the fight. Not to mention the person disarmed is probably going to be slowed from your 1. That's his beads. Damage buff for my Robin, so he can probably just clean that up. Bada bing, bada boom. Now that you're level 10, you're going to start getting points in your 2. So we're getting towards the mid stage of the game, and this is when your coerce is going to start being pretty effective. Give myself a little damage buff and a heal. Smash this Ymir. Still looking at the Ymir. Throwing down the stun. Who's going to die from that? Robin might be able to pick up the kill, but I'm going to get it no matter what. I threw my damage buff onto Robin. I should have thrown it onto Jingwei. Looking for the stun. Hit him with the stun. Now my jump is down, so I got to be a little bit careful. I'm going to be in a bad spot. Stunning Jingwei. I'm about to deform. I'm going to be able to get one more 2 off for Jingwei, and that's it. Deform. Hog stun both of them in the back. I've got enough mana to go ahead and jump in and stun. Oh, just run, Jingwei, run! Run, baby, run! I've got nothing up. I've got nothing up. You're on your own, my friend. I tried to peel as much as I could, but that fight ended up going poorly. Too deep. We went too deep. One common misconception about Fafnir is that his 2 heals people. It does not. His 2 heals you. A lot of people like to rank up the 2 because they say, oh, well, I get to heal my team. No. Whoops. Your 2 only heals you. It gives the attack speed and the bonus damage to whoever you give it to, but the heal is always on you. Every single time. Okay? So if you need a heal, you can just throw out your 2 on yourself. Anybody, it doesn't matter. It's always going to heal you.
Your left tower is under attack.
It should be mentioned as well, one of the reasons why we don't rank up the 2 first. So the 2 is Fafnir's best ability, right? Like, hands down, no question. Fafnir's 2, which is his coerce, is his best ability. But the reason why you don't rank it up first is because it's percentile. 1, it doesn't give you your damage like your 1 does, right? But the main thing is that it's percentile. I don't really want to steal this, but it doesn't matter. I'm not going to steal it anyway because I suck. Go team, go. That guy's level 14. That's a big old boy. They're not coming back through. If you look at the 2, it's percentage based. It's not a flat number. So this means that your attack speed and your damage power bonus are going to be based off of how much that you currently have. Now, how much attack speed are you going to have 10 minutes into the game? Well, I've got 1. But as I get more levels, my attack speed is going to go up, especially if I'm a character like Jingwei, who I got my Devo gloves now. Once I stack those, I'm going to have a lot more power, which means that percentage power is going to give me way more from it. So, early game, that's why it's not that effective, because it's giving percentage, and if your base number is low, well, 25% of a low number isn't that much, but 25% of a high number, now all of a sudden you're talking about a lot more damage. Disarm him. Oh, he picked up me on accident. Nice try, Fafnir. So against this composition, I would say my main target for disarming is the Jingwei always. Stunning is going to be anybody, it doesn't really matter. But my main target for disarming wants to be the Jingwei if possible. But I'd rather not jump into a fight if I don't have to. And if I'm going to jump into a fight, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stun somebody, jump in, and then pretty much immediately go into dragon form. They're going to immediately turn on you, right? They're going to look for the fight, which means that you want to go into your dragon form. You're immune to damage while turning into the dragon, but not while coming out of the dragon. That's an important distinction to the damage buff from mana. Taking towards this Ymir. We're going to get a stun on him with our new wall. There we go. And he's going to be in a lot of trouble. He might be able to... I'm just going to... Oh! He's dead. Go ahead and take up mana. We're good still. Damage buff from mana, 100%. He's looking to, cleave him like that. That's a good ulti. I'm going to go ahead and my ulti as well. I've got no abilities up. Oh, damage buff from mana. I've got to be careful because this Nezha 100% wants to ulti. And I might be able to reach. And I got him. I'm not going to use my stun on him because he's just going to die. Oh, shit. Maybe he's not. No, he is. Now I can use my stun onto this tier to try to help my mana a little bit more. Double damage buff for us. I can keep fighting. Fafnir is here, though, and I'm about to deform under the tower. No! No! Oh! So, I just deformed inside of a tier fearless as I got pushed underneath the tower. So I had to stand still. I would have been totally fine until he got just enough mana back to push me under the tower. But that's the danger. Wow, good kill. That's the danger of the deformation of Fafnir's dragon. So you gotta be aware of that. Grabbing a shell for my team, I would grab a ward, but I can finish up Spear Robe, and that's gonna be huge for my defenses, plus a little bit of cooldown. And I gotta run over to right lane. Hogs up in 35, we wanna be looking towards objectives. Best case scenario now is I'm throwing down my damage buff on our Jingwei. What the? If I throw down our damage buff on our Jingwei, she's going to get the most out of the attack speed and damage buff, as well as the mana. Both of them would get a lot out of this. Our Jingwei can just follow that Jingwei, and she has a damage buff, attack speed buff. Just ran out. Throwing down a stun. Beach, can somebody finish her? I don't want to take it. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Ooh, damage buff for our... Ooh, had to put it on him. We gotta be careful here. We're still good though. Shoot. Just are. Oh no! Shelp, we're good. We're still good. We're good. Damage buff for Jing. Oh no. We're not good. We're not good. We got rotated on. Oh. Oh, we got rotated on by the Fenrir, and we didn't get any help. That's not good. That's gonna put us in trouble. That fight would have been 100% in our favor had our Vamana rotated at the same time or before that Fenrir did. Now, to be fair, it's Vamana solo, and the tier was there for the entire fight, so we should have been there way, way earlier. It was, you know, fine. The point being, the fight still would have been okay if you would have just done it. Alright, time to grab some more wards. Next item I'm going to look for is Magi's Blessing. Two important reasons. One, Magi's Blessing got buffed recently, and it's a very strong item. You should be looking to put it in your builds. Look to put it in your builds. It's very strong. Secondly, because they have a Fenrir, a Tyr, a Ymir, Nezha, they've got so much CC in their team. If I get picked up in Fenrir's mouth all the time, I could actually be in quite a bit of trouble, especially if my ultimate's down. So I'm going to be looking to just grab myself a Magi's Blessing, give myself a little bit of CC immunity to help myself out. They got the Gold Fury, that's okay, not the end of the world. What we do need to do is group up and look for some team fights though. That's going to help us quite a bit if we can just actually get grouped up. Because our Vamana does a ton of damage, but our Vamana wasn't in the fight. Doesn't matter how much damage she does. We can look to shove right lane and need to be careful over in the mid lane, but we have so much split push power with a Fafnir giving damage buff. Throw down a stun, throw down a disarm, gets knocked up, tower's at 1 HP. We got the tower. Now the problem is they're trying to fight this. They're trying to fight that really hard. The Tyr wasn't there and the Jingwei wasn't there, but they still have one extra person. I'm on my way. We don't have to fight that though. Hopefully the Vamana can pick him up. There you go. Throw down that just to heal for myself. We can actually probably turn this fight. Fenrir jump is down. They have no tower here. Oh! Hog stun. Damage buff. Exosagus. As everything is down, hit him. Yeah, come on. So nice job. Shield. Very nice. Nice. Good damage buff for her. We can actually tank this. Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, that was a good beat. Reset. Retreat. We need to get out. Shoot. I'm okay if you guys are okay. I'm good if you're good. There we go. Nice. Get it. They're not going to go do fire or anything. They've got 2 dead, so we don't have to be worried about them sneaking anything. Hey, we're actually all grouped up. We're basically grouped up to back, but we're grouped up. I body blocked his dash for his getaway. Whoop! Nice try, guy. So basically all I was trying to do right there was Nezha was going to try to ult to get out, right? The only way he can possibly get out of that situation is if he uses his ultimate. And so I tried to jump in front of him and block his ultimate, and as it turned out, I happened to jump in the right spot to block his ultimate. Right around your 4th item is when you can be selling your Watcher's Gift, get rid of it. Especially as Fafnir, you're already getting bonus gold anyway, so you don't necessarily need that bonus gold. Finishing up that Magic Blessing is going to be huge for me in team fights. Huge, huge. One thing you're going to notice is my lead over Ymir right now. The team is completely even in gold, but I've got a 1.4k lead over Fafnir, over Ymir, because of 1, Talaria boots, he didn't go Talaria boots, and 2, my passive. Damage buff for Nuwa, he's got all the minions there. There we go. Reminder that the 2 gives as well, not just attack speed, it also gives percentage power. Percentage power, very useful for your mages, so don't feel bad trying to use it on one of your mages. They'll love it. And especially if they're about to do a big burst ability, Nuwa 2-3 combo, give it to your mage, dude. Watch their damage go up because their magical power scaled like crazy. When you think about power, physical power, right? You get like Devo gloves, you get yourself like 60 power. It's like, wow, that's a lot of power. Magical power does not work the same way. Magical power, you get right up to Hootie, you get like 200 magical power. 200 magical power is a lot more percentage-wise when you get 25%. You know what I'm saying? I tried, fam. I mean, he's dead. Damage buff for mana. I'll be coming around the mountain. Shell! Trying to body block your shit again. Couldn't quite block it. I might be able to get the kill, though. Oh, no. They rotated over. Our Jingwei, luckily, was guy just playing Ring Around the Rosie, dude. I can't reach him. He's too fast. All I'm trying to do is keep him from backing. No! No! I messed up. I was trying to keep him from backing so our Jingwei would get the Phoenix for free. I may have kept him long enough. He's not going to do any damage to me in that. Jingwei got the Phoenix, so they did stay long enough. All I was trying to do there was keep everybody around so that we would get that Phoenix over in right lane. Trying to body block the Ymir. I can't get in front of him. Does he have Wing Blade? He does. So I hit him with my 1 right there, and he got the speed buff from the Wing Blade. If I could have kept the tier by me, then this Jingwei would not be in the predicament that she's in. She's in this predicament because I suck. I'm sorry, Jingwei. Forgive me. Jump in the... Oof. Default. Looking at tier, I imagine his ulti's down. Damage buff for Robin. Hop over. Oh no! I hopped over, I shouldn't have hopped over. Alright, that's okay. We're calling it a win. Gold Fury's up, we need to go group and get to the gold. Okay. At this time, you get a little bit more leeway with what you want to do. I'm going to go for a Mantle of Discord, just get some regular wards. What you can do here as well is you can get various other items. You can get Wing Blade, Mail of Renewal, any sort of HP item you think you may need. Situational items are great. Pestilence if they have a lot of healing. For me, though, nothing in particular I'm afraid of besides just dying. So get myself a Discord. Deal with some of that dying nonsense if I get low, then poof, right back up to high health. Well, back up to high health. More like everybody's stunned so they can't do any damage, so I might as well have high health. Oh! How did that miss? Both of them. Anyway, damage buff for Robin. Disarm them both. Keeping my hog up for now. Stun both. Stunning tier off you. Camp on the back line. Damage buff for Vamana in the front. Hopefully he can finish off the Ymir with it. Shelled. Oh my goodness, this tier. I cannot hit this tier to save my life. Nice knock up. Oh my god. Sick play, dude. That was a sick Jingwei play. All over 10 out of 10, Ven out of Ven. Hot play. Straight calculated, he says.
Watch out.
My man says calculated.
Attack the gold fury.
We can do gold. We got one dead. Jinwei can fly in. I got my ulti up still. I don't have Hog. The Fafnir has Hog. That's the one thing we have to be watching out for. I'd love to be zoning, but I can't zone and take it at the same time. Somebody else has to decide. Perfect. Fantastic. Need myself 200 more gold for Discord. This Jinwei has been in almost none of their fights. She's 0, 4, and 2. She hasn't been involved in like any kills. She's still my main priority for disarming. But as long as she's not in fights, I'm just going to disarm anybody that I can. Damage buff for Nuwa. Nope, she's not going to make it there. Unfortunately. Oh my goodness, Ninja on the back. Misses. Oh! Hit mine on him. She's going to hit hers. Vamana's going to be able to finish him. Vamana's going to be able to finish him. Hey, let's walk into a wall. Now they're split pushing on the lane, so we have to fight. I'm gonna try to... Oh gosh. Alright, we're hopping in the back. We gotta be careful. They're taking right lane. I'm gonna come out of my dragon form here. Good kill. I need to defend right lane. Nuwa's gonna defend right lane. That's fine. No, 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 no. Stay. Oh, we needed him. Damage buff for Vamana. Stun Ymir as he comes out of that. Boom. Okay. Our Jinwei really should have stayed. Our Nuwa could have defended that by herself. It's not a big deal, but we can do fire. If Vamana has TP up, we could really do fire. Oh, Robin. Woo! We actually got to be a little bit careful here. We don't have our team here. I really thought our Jinwei would like fly back over to the fire giant, and he never did. Make sure you take the fire giant properly. Take it to the side. Make sure you're counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, and magma. 1, 2, and firewall. 1, 2, firewall. Stunning Nezha. Ulting. Kill the Fafnir so I can ulti the fire giant to secure it. And damage buff. And look at that. So that Fafnir, oh, stun him off here. The Fafnir had Hog secure, but he couldn't use it because he died. So it doesn't even matter. I had Hog secure as well, and I landed mine. Up, Ymir's stunned, Ymir's dead. Reminder that you do a ton of damage on Fafnir, so don't forget to try to like kill low HP targets if you need to, because you're gonna do the damage to kill him. Especially to give yourself the buff, dude. Feel free to give yourself the buff on Fafnir. Like, don't do it if you have somebody better around that's gonna do more damage. But if it's just, you know, you all alone against all the big bad guys, heal yourself up with it, give yourself some damage. Don't be afraid to smash him with the Fafnir damage. Give him the hot smackdown. Alright, finishing up, I'm going to move into Mail of Renewal. We've got a pretty big lead, and we're getting a lot of kills, meaning that if I finish Mail of Renewal, its passive will be super effective. Also, towers and phoenixes also proc Mail of Renewal, so as we're pushing in towers, we drop down a tower or a phoenix, boom, Mail of Renewal proc. All of a sudden, my tanking of the tower was 0 effective health because I healed it back up. How about that? How about that? Also procs in the Gold Fury. Group up and attack middle lane. Whoa. Stunning. She is very dead. I'm going to go not too ham. Once my ultimate's up at 8 seconds, I can go a little more ham. Till then, looking to get a damage buff on Jinwei. She's really ham. I got to go ham with her. Damage buff for her. Stunning. Nezha. She's gone so ham. She's practically a turkey. Oh my god, she's still going in, dude. She's lit. Okay, we're good. We can actually probably end the game. So this is what you're kind of looking to do, guys. Here on your Fafnir, you're looking to play aggressive, give your team the buffs. I don't know why I'm on them back. Whoop! Stop. You're looking to give your players lots of buffs. You're looking to be aggressive. And you gotta practice with Fafnir because there's one. I mean, I miss this one a ton, and I play quite a bit of Fafnir. Very difficult to land. Make sure you're practicing it. Don't forget to level up your 1 before your 2 and your ultimate above all for that dragon form, guys. I hope this video was helpful, and I hope you learned something. So if you liked the video, please go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help support the Twitchiest channel on Twitch and YouTube. It's the final countdown. Ba-da-ba-boo. Ba-da-ba-ba-boo. Ba-da-ba-boo. The final countdown.